Hi there. I wanted to record some heart to heart on how my experience has been with YouTube so far. I started my channel in August and we are now in January. In so many months, I've been consistently making videos, except for I think there was a period for few weeks where I did not do anything. I kind of stopped and started thinking about where am I headed? Am I really putting my efforts in the right direction? And so forth. But eventually I got back. In the new year, things have been much better. I've been consistently, executing to the list I had created for myself. So that way it's going well. But one thing which I'm realizing is that any amount of research you do, any type of keywords you pick up, it is still very, very hard. I still haven't seen or come across one of those moments where the video has really resonated automatically for the internet. So most of the views have been like two-digit totals. So it's been very hard. Few things which I have tried along this way. One, focus on the process. I realized that initially some of my videos I was rambling around a lot. There were a lot of ums and ums, and because I was not editing anything out. So that makes the video a little long, drags the whole message. I think that loses a lot of attention of people who go over that video. The second thing is I've also noticed that yes, creating a body of content is very important, but the discoverability of your idea is very, very important. Some of my recent videos I've noticed they don't even have any views, which means either the whole idea itself is not something which YouTube is able to surface to people, or nobody's searching for those keywords, hence the video is not really showing up in anybody's search results. Where you start seeing a lot of views and the average view duration is very low, I think that's a good problem to have, because you can fix it by improving your delivery of the idea and making it more interactive. But the bigger problem to fix or solve is how do you find ideas which people are searching for and build something around it. Now, the third aspect is that you don't really have to do everything just for the sake of presenting it to people. For example, if my barber sees my video, what is he going to do with it? The intention for my video is not to be seen by, say, my mother or my barber or somebody like that. The intention of the video is that a CIO sees it, especially on the AI and technology related conversations, or somebody who is in early career or in the mid stages of their career, they see some of my advice on the videos. So I think it's a very specific choice you have to make as to who your audience is, and if this video is reaching them, it is what it is. Keep reminding myself that we are in a marathon. This is not really a sprint. This is not something you can do today and suddenly see overnight results. Maybe it happens for people. I don't think I'm making the kind of content, kind of fun content, entertainment category, or any sensuous content which people, which could go viral. My stuff is more around technology and what I've learned and career advice and things like that. So the biggest learning, so let's break it down into few aspects. Yes, you don't see results, you get discouraged, a lot of people quit. Hopefully I won't be one of them, but let's understand what really happens, what goes behind starting a YouTube channel, and what challenges somebody like me who's at the beginning faces. One, the idea how you communicate some of your ideas. Again, some people start doing scripting, some without any scripts, they just go by bullet points like me. And some people don't even do bullet points also. They feel uh, they can just go and record their thoughts. The second challenge is how do you package what you are saying. Talking head videos especially can be very cumbersome to put together and keep them interesting. you have to also remember that it's not just thinking about yourself. You have to think about the person who's going to be watching your video, right? So if you ramble around, if you don't package it well, if it's not interesting, if it's not to the point, people will leave. There are millions and millions of options on YouTube, and millions of videos are uploaded every day. So automatically the competition is very, very high. If you double click on packaging, there are so many aspects within that also. One is the whole video editing. Even if you want to do a very simple edit, like on a software like iMovie, it still is a learning curve for a lot of people unless you are coming from that background. Number two, you have to look into gear. Again, starting from the simplistic gear, which could be your phone and headphones. As you go up from there, there's a lot of learning curve. Syncing in music, is the audio quality good enough? You record in different locations. How do you make sure the light looks okay? So there are so many aspects on setting up the gear for yourself when you're recording. So that's a huge learning curve also, you have to do. The fourth aspect is the whole thing. While you put it together and you want to put it on the internet, how do you make it discoverable? This is one of the big challenge I've been facing also, which is where the whole story of creating thumbnails, creating the right type of title, description, SEO tags, and all of that comes into picture. Now, the moment you get into that, there is a whole sea of details which talks about, your titles should create some sort of emotion in the person who's listening, and things like that. So it gets very, very complex in itself. And then the last part is, how do you keep recording? How do you keep the train of thoughts going? This is where a lot of people, after a few videos, they start to feel, they're fading away, or they just don't have anything new to say. So there are so many aspects for a new YouTuber to kind of, these are all, micro mountains, or small mountains you have to climb all together, right? Now, these skills take a lot of time to build. I also feel one of the big problem is, you go on the internet, you see a couple of videos, and it kind of shocks you. The kind of audio they have, the kind of visuals they have created, the kind of animation they're using, it just blows your mind, and automatically you start thinking, you know what, we're never going to get there. So it creates a huge gap in expectation versus where you are or your reality is, and I think that also discourages. And on top of that, you post something and you realize there are no views, nobody's watching it. Even if you send it to your family or friends, a few of them will watch, and then after that they also fade away. So how do you find your tribe? If you've seen some of my videos, if you have any feedback for me, I'd love to hear from you.